Right, let's get straight to what the French newspapers are saying this morning. And are we going to get any relief from politics at all? I don't think so.
Prue, definitely not. Normally, it's Libération and Le Figaro which are tussling away with the spoiling and selling of their own candidates. But instead, I'm going to start out with La Croix this morning, the Catholic daily. And there you can just see the headline there, Les Français attendent du concret. The French are awaiting something concrete in their for their new year and from the politicians. Now, that paper has a survey which shows that 72% of the French are dissatisfied with what their politicians are saying to them. There's a big gap, they say, between what they're concerned about and what the politicians are on about. And there you can see that survey there, une campagne éloignée du quotidien des Français. So the campaign is too far away from their expectations. And of course, put another way, what do you think of it so far? And the answer, rubbish. So specifically in that survey, François Hollande, the socialist candidate, as in all polls, is getting the top number of votes, of intentions to vote, 24% in this survey, compared to Nicolas Sarkozy's 20%. And, of course, far-right candidate Marine Le Pen in third with 16% of intentions to vote in that survey.
No one's really in love with these people, are they?
Well, perhaps they need a bit of sleep. It's the hibernating season, a bit of rest so they can freshen up. And that's the argument in Aujourd'hui en France, Le Parisien, which is profiling the main candidates as they take their holiday break this week. Now, the paper there in that piece is reporting that Nicolas Sarkozy is relaxing with wife Carla and newborn Julia 2 months old. Hollande has spent some time in Angers in the Loire Valley before going to Spain. And there's an interview with a medical expert in the paper who's saying, gosh, the candidates have got to rest now. They must sleep, and if they need to go into power napping when they're travelling from one place to the other, they should eat light, do pretty much as sportsmen and women do, which is basically get their energy up so they can run through to that final straight. And we're counting in weeks now. The vote will be on April 22nd, the first round, the second round on the 6th of May, so just weeks away, Prue.
I'm going to be naughty and ask you the difference, please, between a nap and a power nap.
A power nap and a nap. We can talk about that later, but what would you tell me?
There's no difference at all, but let's get to La Libération.
Okay. Power napping there, power pause. We go to Libération, which is, perhaps we should ask these ladies on the front page of the paper. There's a saucy photo there of a prostitute, and Libération is talking not politics so much, but an issue. The French Parliament has moved to ban prostitution by criminalising the customers. Now, the headline there is the hypocritical debate, and inside the paper, it's looking at the example of Sweden, where there's been a ban on the use of customers, the use of customer use of prostitution in Sweden since 1999, and that article is talking on progress on that score. In the editorial in the paper, it has a headline, Cash Sex, Hidden Sex, and it's basically saying that this measure will simply push prostitution underground, making it less visible. Still with Libération, there is a piece on political backstabbing, cutting remarks made by one politician about another. A couple that caught my eye was about President Mitterrand, the former socialist French leader, of course. And the comment there is, well, he wasn't a socialist at all, but he learned how to speak the language of socialism. And another comment, one by Éric Besson, who began his political career as a socialist only to defect to Sarkozy's UMP in 2007. Now, prior to that, he had said that, and this is the political jibe that is mentioned, that Nicolas Sarkozy was a US neocon with a French passport. And of course, Besson went on to become one of Sarkozy's ministers. And to wrap up the press review this morning, a look at the French press, we can look at the front page of the communist paper, L'Humanité, which is leading on people in the public sector handing out the benefits, are having a nervous breakdown of sorts with the workload. So you've got lots of cliches this morning, stressed public workers, politicians at each other's throats, and people desperately in need of sleep.
Indeed, we know that feeling. Nicholas, thank you.